First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Being chased out left. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Santos set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not great starting field position as well.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school that one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Robert Quinn. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Open man is Galladay, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Jones off the play fake. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
Ain't doing nothing.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Complete.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Gano set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
7, Giants 6.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Bears 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
47-yard line.
Now a toss to the left with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. On the return, and deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
First down, a run with Cohen. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll look to throw here. Man open, it's Goodwin. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
To Marquise Goodwin. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Dancing to his left. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run with Montgomery. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
3rd and goal from just outside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Bears 14, Giants 13. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jackson on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25.
Get off the field.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. John Ross, 76 yards. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st down, Giants.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing deep for Galladay. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
Fake. Jones. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for his wideout. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Back to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I would think that by now people are done underestimating Tariq Cohen because of his stature when they see him at about 5'6", 5'7". But he can do it all. He can run inside, run to the perimeter, but he also catches the ball really well out of the backfield. And he had more receptions than Kim.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at
back-to-back runs. I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got Miller. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field.
23.
It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They'll find Miller. That's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. A first down carry for Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Barkley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Gano's kick is good, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got 4. You got 4. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey,
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin, 71 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also a 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Throwing Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And you got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cohen. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Score Bears 29, Giants 26.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here, rolling to his left. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
26.
No, because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.